Suswagatam. I, Samiksha Singh, erstwhile principal of Bal Bharati School, offer my sincere felicitations to the august listeners. Swami Vivekanand, the great Indian scholar, stressed we need the education which builds the character, develops the strength of mind, increases the intelligence, and man becomes independent. Youngsters should be exposed to practical training as an integral part of education, channelizing the thought processes to rise above theoretical knowledge and ensure all round development of students so that they may achieve greater success in all walks of life. India, being an agricultural based economy, activities related to agriculture should be of prime importance in the curriculum. Eminence is achieved by one who grabs the opportunity, resolves formally, and executes his ideas with perseverance, undismayed by difficulties that can advance to eminence. Startups introduced by the government also provide a guideline to achieving vocational knowledge. India has one of the largest technical manpower in the world. However, compared to its population, it is not significant and there is a tremendous scope of improvement in this area. In India, the emphasis has been on general education with vocational education at the receiving end. This has in turn resulted in large number of educated people remaining unemployed. It is relatively young as a nation with around 28 million youth population being added every year. More than 50% of its population is below the age of 25 and more than 65% are aged below 35. In 2020, the average age of an Indian will be expectedly 29 years, while it will be 37 for China and 48 for Japan. This phenomena has now been recognized by the planners, and hence there is a great thirst on vocationalization of education. The scheme of vocationalization of secondary education was launched in 1988. Under the scheme, since its inception, 10,000 schools have been covered with an intake capacity of about 10 lakh students. The scheme is overdue for revision for several reasons, including the dire need at present for high-skilled human resources to sustain the high growth rate of Indian economy and increased possibilities of international demands of skilled manpower, changes in technologies and financial markets, the growing international competition, and increasing demand from various segments of population for job-oriented education. If India wants to have a competitive advantage, it needs to restructure its vocational education and training system. Consequently, based on the current and futuristic requirements and keeping in mind the experiences gained and lessons learned from the implementation of the previous scheme of vocationalization of secondary education, a revised scheme is now proposed under National Education Policy 2020. Now the question arises, what is vocational education? Vocational education can be defined as the education that is based on occupation and employment. It is also known as career and technical education, that is CTE, or technical and vocational education and training, that is TVET. It aims to prepare students for a specific profession, vocation or trade. These courses are tailor-made and quite direct in their purpose, which is to make students completely job ready. Vocational education simply means that you are learning skills that will help you get and do a job. Vocational courses involve less of the traditional academic learning and more of hands-on training. Such courses focus on applying the skills learned and are the ideal stepping stone from the world of education to a stable career. Now, reimagining vocational education. The 12th five-year plan, 2012 to 2017, established that only a very small percentage of the Indian workforce in the age group of 19 to 24, that is less than 5%, received formal vocational education. Whereas in countries such as the USA, the number is 52%. In Germany, it is 75%. In South Korea, it is as high as 96%. These numbers only underline the urgency of the need to hasten the spread of vocational education in India. Current scenario of vocational education in schools. The Central Board of Secondary Education is offering 40 vocational courses in different sectors at the CBSE senior secondary level, that is classes 10th and 12th, and 4 vocational courses at the secondary level. A lot of these courses are being offered in collaboration with professional organizations like Rolta India Limited, NIFT, WWI, CII, NHMIT, Medvarsity Online Education, Intel, and so on. A student can choose to gain competency-based skill learning along with general education in order to enhance the skills in the chosen field. These vocational courses will also allow school students to explore new avenues available. The 40 vocational courses being offered by the CBSE are quite varied and diverse and can be broadly classified into the following categories: commerce, engineering, health and paramedical, home science, agriculture, hospitality and tourism. The curriculum designed for these courses that would be taught to classes 11th and 12th is industry-oriented, focuses from academics to employability, will provide excellent opportunities for higher education in the specific area through degree and diploma courses, will provide employment potential in all sectors. Level-wise enrollment in school and higher education 2015-16. At primary level, total number of enrollment goes to 1,29,123. The male enrollment being 66,873, while the female enrollment is 62,250. At the upper primary level, total number of enrollment goes to 67,594. The male enrollment being 34,720 and female enrollment being 32,874. At secondary level, that is classes 9th and 10th, total number of enrollment goes to 39,145. Male enrollment being just 20,547 and female enrollment is 18,598. At senior secondary level, the total enrollment is 24,735, wherein the female enrollment is 11,733 and the male enrollment is 13,002. The data source for school education, National Institute of Educational Planning and Administration, New Delhi. Figures related to school education are provisional. In the next slide, we are just presenting the number of recognized institutions in the year 2015 and 16. Vocational education in India. In the National Policy for Education, 1986, high importance to vocation education and training was given. This policy recognizes that vocational education increases employability. The policy envisages efforts to provide higher secondary school students with vocational courses. National Skill Development Policy 2009 proposed following features: competency-based qualification, certification for learning achievement, national qualifications, avoidance of overlapping of qualifications, modular character, quality assurance regime, lifelong learning, open and flexible system. National Education Policy 2020. Vocational education needs structural changes in the labor market. By this policy, we have to overcome the social status hierarchy associated with vocational education and requires integration of vocational education programs into mainstream education in all education institutions in a phased manner. Beginning with vocational exposure at early ages in middle and secondary school, quality vocational education will be integrated smoothly into higher education. National Education Policy 2020 will ensure that every child learns at least one vocation and is exposed to several more. This would lead to emphasizing the dignity of labor and importance of various vocations involving Indian arts and artisanship. By 2025, at least 50% of learners through the school and higher education system shall have exposure to vocational education, for which a clear action plan with targets and time limits will be developed. NEP states that important vocational crafts such as carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, pottery making, etc. will be sampled as decided by states and local communities during classes 6 to 8. The policy also proposes that every child should learn at least one vocation and to be exposed to several more. The policy also encourages a 10-day bagless with local vocational experts to help the students gain a better understanding of the vocation. NEP also proposes similar internship opportunities to students between classes 6 to 12. NEP states a concerted national effort will be made to ensure universal access and affordable opportunity to all children of the country to obtain quality holistic education, including vocational education from the preschool to class 12. The policy also proposes local teacher education programs in which local resource persons can be hired by schools for shorter courses on vocational craft. This is in alignment with Sustainable Development Goal and will help to realize the full potential of India's demographic dividend. The number of students in vocational education will be considered while arriving at the GER targets. The development of vocational capacities will go hand in hand with the development of academic or other capacities. Vocational education will be integrated in the educational offerings of all secondary schools in a phased manner over the next decade. Towards this, secondary schools will collaborate with ITIs, polytechnics, local industry, etc. Skill labs will also be set up and created in the schools in a hub and spoke model, which will allow other schools to use the facility. Higher education institutions will offer vocational education either on their own or in partnership with industry and NGOs. The BVOC degrees introduced in 2013 will continue to exist, but vocational courses will also be available to students enrolled in all other bachelor's degree programs, including the 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor's program. HEIs will also be allowed to conduct short-term certificate courses in various skills, including soft skills. Lok Vidya, that is important vocational knowledge developed in India, will be made accessible to students through integration into vocational education courses. The possibility of offering vocational courses through ODL mode will also be explored. Vocational education will be integrated into all schools and higher education institutions in a phased manner over the next decade. Focus area for vocational education will be chosen based on skills, gap analysis, and mapping of local opportunities. MHRD will constitute a national committee for the integration of vocational education, consisting of experts in vocational education and representatives from across ministries in collaboration with industry to oversee this effort. 16.7 individual institutions that are early adopters must innovate to find models and practices that work and then share these with other institutions through mechanisms set up by NCIVE so as to help extend the reach of vocational education. Different models of vocational education, the apprenticeships will be experimented by higher education institutions. Incubation centers will be set up in higher education institutions in partnership with industries. The National Skills Qualification Framework will be detailed further for each discipline, vocation, and profession. Further, Indian standards will be aligned with the International Standard Classification of Occupations maintained by the International Labour Organization. The framework will provide the basis for recognition of prior learning. Through this, dropouts from the formal system will be reintegrated by aligning their practical experience with the relevant level of the framework. The credit-based framework will also facilitate mobility across general and vocational education. Need of vocational education at school level. Vocational or skills-based education is becoming more and more important today, with many employers expecting new employees to have all the practical skills they need to start work, and also for those who have to support their families immediately after their senior secondary education. Vocational courses are typically more practical and skill-based than academic degrees, but they are often taught at universities as well as colleges and technical institutes. Vocational education and training is an important element of the nation's education initiative. Better quality life. The children completing the primary elementary schooling need to be imparted both generic and specific skills that will help them live a quality life. Dropout students. Many students who are in dilemma whether they should attend college or not, VE really opens a completely new door. There are many well-paid career fields in which a college degree is not required. Learning new skills. In today's technical world, even an engineering graduate is supposed to have some technical skills apart from the degree. Vocational education is a sort of introduction as it gets a student ready for the workplace, which comes in handy while performing various tasks. Enhance the employability of youth. Vocational education, as the term itself denotes, the students are specialized and therefore they have more chances of employment as compared to others. This type of education is a great asset to the company. Our government need not import foreign technicians on higher wages as our own can do the required work. Certain vocational skills acquired from vocational education teach students the importance of manual work. The physical labor done under certain jobs makes them strong, healthy, and active. Majority of vocational skills are applicable all over the world, and these create employment opportunities in foreign countries. Better vocational education also attracts foreign investment and foreign exchange in the form of a foreign working platform. Another benefit is that hands-on work activities allow direct application of acquired knowledge, fill the gap between educated and employable. Vocational education developed the economy by bridging the demand and supply gap with highly skilled workers. It also gives students the opportunity to make marketable skills from the classroom directly into the working world. This education provides stable jobs, as these are the jobs whose demand is never fulfilled. Vocational education programs focus on the acquisition of appropriate skills, abilities, and competencies as necessary equipment for the individual to live in, adapt to the real work situation, and contribute to the development of this society. Now coming up to the challenges for vocational education implementation. Vocational training has been successful in India only in industrial training institutes, and that too in engineering trades. There are many private institutes in India which offer courses in vocational training and finishing, but most of them have not been recognized by the government. Firstly, required steps should be taken to recognize appropriate institutes, those fulfill the underlined criteria. Vocational higher secondary schools are under MHRD in India. This needs to be made strong as this is the base of vocational education. Through the study of prevalent vocational education system in India, the following problem areas have been identified. Number one, education. There is a high dropout rate at secondary level. Vocational education is presently offered at grade 11th and 12th. Moreover, students passing out from grades 11 and 12 with vocational subjects did not have well-defined pathways to continue with their chosen vocations in higher education. The admission criteria for general education is not designed to provide openings to students with vocational education qualifications, leaving them at a disadvantage to their compatriots from mainstream or academic education. Current education system is non-responsive to the skill demands of the existing and future industry, leading to a supply-demand gap on various counts. Outside the school system, relevant vocational training centers are ill-equipped to handle the demand and are accessible to only a selected number of students who have passed at least level 10 and 10+2. Huge demand-supply skill gap 90% of the jobs in India are skill-based, entailing the requirement of vocational training. It is estimated that only 5% of the youth in India are vocationally trained. Number two, multiplicity of regulations, certifications, and curriculum. Curriculum is the main pillar of vocational education training system. If vocational education provisions are implemented by different departments, ministries, agencies, and organizations, whether government or private, with a multiplicity of certifications, standards, and curricula, it will result in overlapping of courses and institutions, as well as creating confusion for students and employer. Number three, the demand-supply mismatch of job market. There is a need to improve links between schools and the industry to minimize this mismatch. A divergence between the skills that the population possesses and skills required by industry is a major cause of low employability among Indian youth. Over 90% of the labor force of India still works in the informal sector with low productivity and skills. With low skills and experience, limited to the unorganized sector, these workers remain employable in industry. Private and industry participation is lacking. Number four, inadequate academia-industry linkage. This results in low rate of employment due to the reason that what job providers are seeking for are not communicated with the training sector. Besides, it also affects the placement. Less number of vocational institutes in the country, not adequate number of trained faculty, lacking of new sectors of vocational education and skills training, lack of opportunities for continuous skill upgradation. Number five, infrastructure. Lack of updated curriculum and updated curriculum which is relevant to present day need of the industry is a major requirement. The curriculum should be relevant to the need of the industry. Shortage of qualified teachers. Availability of good quality, trained and qualified teachers and trainers is an important problem. Poor recruitment process, lack of proper infrastructure building, modern equipment and raw materials is a hurdle in learning during training. This can be attributed to improper release of funds. Lack of administrative and financial autonomy and accountability is another pitfall in the way. If these institutes are given good deal of autonomy, they will be better able to change and adjust in changing scenario of the present day market needs. Number six, poor perception and public mindset. Vocational education is perceived to be inferior to mainstream education and meant largely for students who are unable to cope with the later. This is a perception that affects the choices students make. It is a serious concern that can only be dealt with by a complete reimagination of how vocational education is offered to students in the future. Too much attention and resource is given to academic rather than vocational education. The challenges are immense, and in order to achieve the goals, there has to be substantial expansion of quality technical vocational education and training for raising employability and productivity. The skills provided have to be attuned to new business requirements, improving quality of education and trainings at all levels, and make technical vocational education system more flexible and inclusive for sustainable growth. establishment of new vocational schools, strengthening existing vocational schools, capacity building of vocational education teachers, development of competency-based curriculum and teaching, material and development of an MIS for monitoring and evaluation. Education. Taken as a whole, a vocation or vocations are the best medium for the all-round development of a boy or a girl, and therefore the syllabus should be woven round vocational training. Primary education, thus conceived as a whole, is bound to be self-supporting. This is Gandhi's scheme of vocation education, or the Varda scheme of education. Introducing vocational education in schools at primary level. To make India the skill capital of the world, the school curricula will have to go through a dynamic change. Integration of vocational education and academics is essential for skilling to take wings. Skill development will remain a dream if carried out in isolation through certain centers alone. It has to be imparted in schools alongside academics. If a student opts for motor repair as a skill development course while in school, at a later stage, he can opt for a diploma or degree in automobile engineering. There have been numerous instances where a student is pushed into a particular field due to parental peer pressure only, to realize at a later stage in life about her passion or calling in life, and to start all over again from scratch. Introduction to skill training at a young age will by all means give a student an opportunity to explore various options and accordingly narrow down on a vocation of her liking. There are also those set of students who are not able to cope with mainstream education. This could be because of economic reasons or academic incapabilities. So, what are the options available to them such that they lead a dignified life without being exploited or being vulnerable? Introducing skill training at a young age will go a long way in directing these students to opportunities that will have a larger impact on the general fabric of the workforce in this country. Apart from these, introducing students to some of the employable skills mentioned above will also help them prepare and adapt to real working situations. Without much effort, it will ease the transition phase from being a student to being a professional. Evolution of skill training in schools according to the learner's age. The employable skills, apart from the core skills as mentioned above, should be introduced to school students from an early age of 6 to 7 years onwards in an incremental manner. Primary school, that is classes 1 to 5 and age 6 to 11, communication skills, attitude, adaptability and IT skills. Middle school, classes 6 to 8 and age 11 to 14, above skills plus self-management, teamwork and creativity. Secondary education, that is classes 9 to 10, age 14 to 15, above skills plus stress management, self-motivation. Upper secondary, classes 11 to 12, age 16 to 17, the above mentioned skills along with initiative and interpersonal sensitivity. Higher education, graduation or professional programs, the above mentioned skills along with commercial awareness, problem solving and lifelong learning. Indian education system puts maximum emphasis on bookish knowledge. Hence, when an individual graduate, he/she struggles to apply this knowledge in the real life scenario, it becomes difficult. From primary to upper secondary, the subjects covered in the school curricula are the languages, mother tongue, regional language, mathematics, science and technology, social science and art education, physical training, etc. It will be observed that the curricula do not cover components of employable skills, nor is there any option to introduce students to various vocations. The Indian education system does not consider the component of skilling in its curriculum. The, the option of vocation education is limited to certain boards and do not cater to the larger target audience. In India, there are different boards that follow different systems and curricula. In most developed international countries, students are introduced to formal skill development at age 16 onwards, that is, upper secondary level onwards. The education systems in these countries also provides for opportunities to students to move laterally and vertically to achieve their academic aspirations in mainstream education. Germany, Switzerland, USA, Singapore, Japan, and Sri Lanka and the Scandinavian countries have a comparatively well-established vocational tracks. Introducing vocational education from classes 6 to 12. Infrastructure required. The infrastructure, classroom cum lab, workshops are developed in the school to ensure effective practical training of the students. Lab equipment and resources are based on the requirements of the subject and the financial limits. The list of tools, equipment, and material for setting up the lab workshop are provided in consultation with the concerned sector skill council. Number 2, enrollment of students. Enrollment drive, provision of special facilities, working in close collaboration with parents and community-based organizations are being organized to ensure participation of special groups in vocational education. Extensive awareness and publicity campaign through mass media, that is newspaper, radio, internet, etc., and rallies are being taken up for dispelling the negative attitude towards vocational education and attracting young students to the vocational courses. Vocational guidance and counseling. Vocational guidance and counseling drives are being organized in the schools involving experts and counselors with special counseling session for girls. Appointment of vocational teachers. Vocational courses are conducted with the help of trained vocational teachers, trainers, guest faculty on need basis. Now comes the vocational curriculum. Number 1, learning outcomes based. The vocational curriculum, which is based on learning outcomes, comprises employability skills and vocational skills. The employability skills modules include communication skills, self-management skills, information and communication technology skills, entrepreneurship skills, and green skills. Curriculum development. Curriculum and courseware development is being done by the Central Institute of Vocational Education, Bhopal. The teaching learning materials include student textbook, teacher handbook, and e-learning materials. Summarizing my report, I would like to conclude by stating that human movement is towards vocationalizing education, ecological equipoise, and supreme sympathesis. Arjuna's most powerful weapon are not his Gandiv. His power came from Ekagrata, the foundation of practical mind. Both order, practice, and growth are needed to lead a successful life. With a deeper knowledge of a vocation, we actualize our fullest potential. हम कारीगरी को ही कर्म बना लें should be the motto. Thank you. धन्यवाद.